This is Jackal Fitness. I'm here with the victorious coach and the new. That's right, man. Yeah, just speak on it, man. You always talked about greatness with your son, man. World champion after how many fights?
I told everybody we're gonna get the title with 15 fights. But
yes.
we Mason Menard.
Yes.
And then we're gonna get Monteco with 16 fights.
Ooh. Yeah, he was in the building tonight, man. Yeah, we was in the stands, man. A lot of people said that after what they seen what he did to Comey, that Lomachenko might be a little nervous, man. What's your thoughts on that, man?
I don't care, man. We're gonna catch him, you know.
Yeah.
We're gonna catch him.
Talk on the pops.
He's gonna get popped. He ain't gonna be able to figure take that power.
Yeah.
It's too small, man.
Yeah.
And come April, I'm gonna say the same thing.
Yo, just describe, man. You hear the noise in the background, man. You was a fighter coming up, you know, DNA.
Yes, the news by Shanewz, top of the morning. This particular live is based on the showman, Teofimo Lopez. Teo has the date, Super Bowl week, right? February 8th, Thursday, Super Bowl weekend. He has social media in a frenzy right now, as he should, but this is what he does, right? Now, when I look on social media, I see a lot of people tweeting, and I'm getting a lot of comments on the videos. A lot of you guys are always, you know, falling right into it. But is the pressure getting to Teo? Now, somebody that has covered him, been around him, know actual members of Takeover Promotions. This is what Teo does. Teo garners for the spotlight by all means necessary, and he has it right now. Fighting arguably on the biggest fight sports week, right? Because what is the most watched event? The Super Bowl. Granted, he is fighting on a Thursday, but the Super Bowl is that Sunday. He is out here calling for fights against Bud Crawford that got everybody talking. He's talking about $20 million for Devin Haney that got everybody talking. Top ranks artwork for his fight. You see it right there. That is what I use. Has everybody talking. The ringmaster. See, Teofimo Lopez. And shout out to the ones that have actually covered him, not the ones that just speak on boxing every day as mere mortals and fans, but guys that actually play the field, the front lines, that know the Lopezes in particular. This is what they do, right? Now, there is no difference between the Lopezes and the Haneys. But see, I'm going to tell you the difference, right? Between the Lopezes and the Haneys. The Haneys, excuse me, the Haneys would love to have social media and mainstream media, more importantly, speaking how Teofimo does. But see, one thing about that Teo and the Haneys differ from is Teo can control the mic, whereas Devin can't control the mic. Who's controlling the mic over there? Bill. Bill controls the mic, but Teo controls the mic. Teo is the product. Teo is the fighter, whereas Bill is not the product, not the fighter. So Bill can't do what Teo does because Bill is not getting in the ring, whereas Teo is captivating the listeners, captivating the audiences, and then he steps foot in the ring. That's why a lot of content creators, a lot of fans that are on social media, they are all falling victim and falling into what Teo has going on. I see a lot of people saying, oh, he's not focused on Jermaine Ortiz. he has a big fight. That's what he wants y'all to believe. That's what he wants y'all to believe, right? Do you honestly think that he is overlooking Jermaine Ortiz, right? Now, I see a lot of you guys saying about the George Camboses. It might be George Camboses all over again. Um, the only way, in my eyes, in my opinion, say that once again, the only way, in my eyes, in my opinion, he could have another George Camboses performance is if medically there are things wrong with him. See, a lot of people want to give other fighters these excuses, right? Earl Spence cataracts, Earl Spence broken rib, right? But with Teo facing George Camboses, he had all type of lung and coronary. Hopefully, I said that right. But he had all type of lung issues, right? Infections and things like that, and he still fought, almost getting a victory. Like he dropped George Cambosa late in that fight, but he showed the tenacity, the heart, and look, he bounced back. After that, what has he done? Went on to defeat another lineal champion in Josh Taylor, right? But I know a lot of people are saying, oh, we might see George Cambosis all over again. It's the fight game. Anything can happen. But if Teo is medically nothing wrong with him, right? I don't think we'll see that again. Because when we seen that with George Cambosis, the man was out there with fucked up lung and all type of shit. I remember being at that fight. I remember covering that fight weekend. He struggled to make weight. He was overweight. He had to drop the weight. There was a lot going on behind the scenes, on the scenes at that fight. We could see if you was there covering it, you would know these things, right? But see, a lot of you guys don't know these things, and a lot of you guys tend to get information from people that you deem to be popular, not credible, but popular, right? Well, I just think if Tio is successful February 8th, and with all of the buildup that he is bringing to himself and to his team and takeover promotions, I don't know if we're going to be ready for this. I don't know, man. I seriously don't know because one thing about the showman, right, Teofimo Lopez, is he knows how to talk. He knows how to get social media, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube buzzing. He knows how to get the people to talk about him, man. And I just think that if he is successful Super Bowl weekend, because that he's fighting Super Bowl weekend, and he has a great performance, a performance that gets the fans talking, man, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Content creators, media, insiders, the boxing world is in trouble because this is a guy that knows how to manipulate the media. He knows how to manipulate social media, and he knows how to talk. He gets it from his father, man. One thing about his father, Junior, aka Senior. Give me a second. Moving around the crib now. See, what I like about Teofimo Lopez, right? I feel like he mastered the art of getting people to speak. on the things that he speaks about. Um, as a fighter, as a showman, right? He will come out his bag and say things, right? Now, a lot of times, some of the stuff that he says, I think he does it on purpose as well, whether it be controversial. But he says things and he does things, right, to get a rise out of people, to get responses. Like he did the thing with Bud Crawford, right? To the point where Bud did what? Bud had the response, right? Now, by Bud responding, it thrusted his name out there to the point where you had yesterday, I'm watching the Michaela Mayer fight, and Timothy Bradley was even mentioning, right? Like Timothy Bradley was speaking about Teo and Teo's fight, and um, the fact that Teo said he wants to fight Crawford, and he's like, stay away from Crawford, but he's talking about it, right? They're talking about it. Like I don't see him fighting Crawford, right? But if he is successful Saturday or Thursday, February 8th, right? I keep thinking it's going to be a Saturday fight. Thursday, February 8th, right? Against Jermaine Ortiz. And he's defending his WBO title. And with all the attention that he has been garnering leading up to this fight, I just think that we're in trouble. Because this guy he's another guy that's made for the cameras. He's made for the cameras, and he's smart, right? And one thing about him, his father, their team, shout out to all of them, Gus and Drew, the whole Takeover Promotions, right? They have a plan. And they're just not like a lot of when you look at a lot of teams and guys, there's really no structure. There's no what I like to call tunnel vision, right? I think that all teams, right? Boxers, their teams, there should be some sort of a structure. There should be some sort of a format, right? That you know the direction you're heading in, right? Now, when I look at the Lopez's and from covering them and being around them, one thing I can honestly say about them, just like I say about the Haney's are the same way. The only thing that the Haney's are to me are missing is Devin. He tweets a lot, but he doesn't. It's too much of Bill. Whereas it used to be like that with Junior, who was senior, but now you see Teo taking over.
Yo, this is Jackal Fitness. I'm here with the victorious coach and the new. That's right, man. Yo, just speak on it, man. You always talked about greatness with your son, man. World champion after how many fights?
I told everybody we're gonna get the title with 15 fights. But
yes.
We told Mason Bernard.
Yes.
And then we're gonna get Monteco with 16 fights.
Oh. Yeah, he was in the building tonight, man. We was in the stands, man. A lot of people said that after what they seen what he did to Comey, that Lomachenko might be a little nervous, man. What's your thoughts on that, man?
I don't care, man. We're gonna catch him, you know.
Yeah.
We're gonna catch him.
Talk on the pops.
He's gonna get popped.
Yeah.
He's gonna be able to freaking take that power.
Yeah.
It's too small, man.
Yeah.
And come April, I'm gonna say the same thing.
Yo, just describe, man. You hear the noise in the background, man. You was a fighter coming up. DNA.
Yeah, you see, Pops, Teo, they always had a vision. They stuck to the script. Now you see where they're at with it. But Junior, that is senior. That's what we call him, Junior. Teo Senior, right? Still is very boisterous, right? But now we see Teo, coming out of his shell. But Teo always was out of his shell. But more so now, Teo is basically leading the ship. Whereas when it looks like to me, right, it's still Bill. Bill is still the vocal mastermind for the Haney movement, right? Whereas it should be Devin, right? Because Devin is the one who's in the ring. Devin's the one doing the things right now. So I think Devin needs to be more boisterous, but yet it's still Bill. Um, that is the only difference I see. Because right now both of these guys are very accomplished, right? When it comes to what we like to call over here at the source experience, the stats. Undisputed two division champions, victories over Lomachenko and others, right? So they have the stats now. But when it comes to Devin, Devin to me is, he gets it popping on Twitter. Twitter's cool, but you got to get it popping with these cameras also, right? How Teo does. Teo, you throw a camera in front of his face and then the people get to ask him questions. Teo is going to give you the show. That's why this top rank, this was, and listen, they came off with this. Shout out to them and Teo and his team and all that. The showman, he's the showman. He's the showman. So if I said it, February 8th, if he goes out there and puts on a performance like he did against Josh Taylor, Super Bowl weekend, he's just going to carry that momentum over. And he's the showman. He's going to talk and talk. And even if he lays an egg, right? This is just how this guy is, right? I don't think we'll see the last of him, regardless, because he knows how to talk. But I know if he goes out there and is successful and all of the stuff that he is talking about now, gaining momentum and attention, we are in trouble. We are in trouble, man, because it's only going to get uh what Bill said. He's clout chasing, he's capping and clout. It's only going to get worse then. If you think the guy is clout chasing and capping now, he goes out there February 8th and defeats Jermaine Ortiz and he looks good doing it. Oh man, forget about it, man. Forget about it. You think this guy is clout chasing and capping now and he's crazy and all of these things? He's going to be on snack. you know, no pun intended, man. He's going to be on snack with it, right? If he's successful, Super Bowl weekend, Super Bowl week, Super Bowl weekend, man. I just wanted to jump on early this morning, in between reading a little bit, drop a lot more content. Uh, I may go to the spot later. I may not. I don't know, man. Yesterday, we banged out two. Shout out to CEO Nasaya. She was down for the second one, but I knocked out two. I put out a lot of content. I rested a lot too. I was relaxed. Well, I'm not gonna say rest. I was just relaxing. Like today, I feel that same need, but I'm gonna continue to pump out a lot of content. Like I said, I might go to the spot and deliver another, you know, source radio type ish. Shout out to Toby. Toby said I'm on my radio vibe. Um, yeah, I think I may not because I was looking at the weather. This is the season, and we don't look like we have no snow upcoming. You know, this particular week, right? But all that always changes, right? It always changes. But the last 2 weeks, man, those hours, all of the working. really kind of caught up. You get caught up. Now, one thing about uh, putting in a lot of work and time, you don't get that time back. You don't. Days like that, you don't get that back. And so, what I was trying to do is, I wasn't trying to get it back. I was trying to make up for the time lost. And that's why you see yesterday I doubled up with the 2 sessions. I'm definitely not going to do that today. That is hard. And I want to say shout out to the guys that do things like that on that type of scale. I am no way on that scale yet, but I do my own. Well, not by myself, but shout out to my family. My lovely daughters, the assistants. I call them the assistants, the soul sisters. We are a unit. Um, the first one I did by myself. Yes, that's why I said I was filming the setup, and you know, it's a process. If you know, you know. It's a process, right? Um, you want to have your notes. You're setting up. It's a process. That's why I said salute to the guys that do it on a major level, right? But I also want to say this: these guys that do it on a major level, what do they have? They have a team, right? That's why it's always good to incorporate a team. And you see, that's what my Shanewz was doing. I was building a team around me. It took some time, right? But that's what I have now. I have a team around me. Um, and everybody plays a role, and everybody is a piece to keep the ship afloat, right? And I say that to say this: when I was building this, that's what I was doing. I was finding people, and I was praying for the right people to come along and to incorporate on the ship, the vessel. That once we got the vessel moving and grooving, it is what it is. That's what you see going on now. Um, Everybody plays an intricate part on the ship, and I felt the need to just start throwing those off. That wasn't, if you wasn't a part of the ship, you didn't serve a purpose on the ship. If you was somebody that was attempting to be on the ship, and you were an anchor, right? Because we have an anchor already. We don't need multiple anchors, right? We don't need guys or girls who are placing holes in the ship. Once you pretty much showed me that's what you was about, that's what your role was going to be, I felt the need to throw you off the ship. You don't need to be on the ship, right? A lot of people showed that. They proved that, right? With their actions. See, actions will always show you. Because people can talk. I think that's why social media, especially YouTube and blogging, um, is very gimmicky out. Because if you know how to talk good, right, and you have the right gimmicks, you have the right visuals behind it, you can manipulate and fool a lot of people. But people that actually pay attention and watch, really watch, and like I just said, pay attention to moves, building and growth, we'll see. It's easy to see what's what, right? It's easy to actually watch the ones that are really building, the ones that are really growing. Because one thing about real growth, when you're actually doing some of the things that you're talking about, it's going to show, right? It's going to show. Like the song, well, rest in peace to the brother Mo 3. Mo 3 got the song. They scared to come outside. A lot of you guys aren't outside. You're inside. You're not doing nothing. And the ones that are actually doing, regardless of how people receive it on the web, right? As long as you continue to keep doing, right, it's going to show. See, a lot of guys on this internet, they're not really doing. That's why when myself and my team, we formulated the plan, and we was putting in the work, I knew eventually um, we was going to emerge. And when we were emerge, I knew that the bum rush that we was going to bring was going to be so much. Because when you think about what we were actually doing, right? It wasn't just talking or coming up with a gimmick. We were actually doing, putting in the work, putting in the actual work. And one thing about putting in the actual work, you can't deny it. You can't. I just took a bite to eat. You cannot deny. Oh, yeah. All right, hold on. Get my cat. Let me feed my cat. I got you. Back up, back up. Yeah, if you want to go outside, it's cold. I'll let you outside as well. Go, 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 go. Hurry up, hurry up. Come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 go. Man, you open that door up and that cold air comes in here. Holy shit. It's no joke out there. Man. Hopefully all the homeless people down and out, man, they got somewhere warm to be at. Yes, you see how I'm up early in the morning. Up early in the morning getting to it. Sorry about that brief pausing and all of that. I'll be up early, wee hours. But this past 2 weeks, man, I've been on my grind like this. I'm on my grind like this every week. Like I said, I should be resting. I'm the type I can't just sit in the bed all day. I gotta be dead tired to do that. dead tired. But back to what I was saying about putting the pieces together and then getting to it, man. You know, that's what we have done over here. We're gonna continue to do. Like I said, when I wrap this live up, I'm gonna get to putting out a little bit of content. You know, keep stretching it out. I'm going to try to go to the spot today. I'm definitely not gonna give y'all two. I'll definitely give you one. You know, one fire one. Cause yesterday that was a lot. I think I did 3 hours. You know, that was a lot. You know, um, like I said, shout out to my daughter. Grateful and blessed that she was on board for the second one. You know, grateful and blessed that she was on board for the second one. Um, because the first one, you know, I think going out in that cold, it was like 19 degrees when I got there in the morning. Um, and I think that cold air kind of woke me up, and then I came back home. Well, actually, I went and got me some coffee, got me something to eat. I came back home for a little bit. I got her, and we went back. And that second one, she was there, gave me the energy to press through, and also the listeners. Shout out to the listeners that was in that one, that was in the chat, um, that was giving feedback because that helped out too. You know, like see the ones when I come on like this in the morning. I really don't need no feedback. You know, these are just these are the morning diaries, right? And I'm learning now with we have some new shit going on where I'm gonna have to start incorporating getting it in like this now. Because you know, the devil's always busy, right? The devil's always busy, right? But one thing about when you're on assignment with God, you're always gonna break through, right? So that's why you see me incorporating trying to incorporate it now, like set my body up for doing these before getting them out before 7:30, right? Because I think from here on out, from at least from 7:30 to about 3:34ish, I'm not gonna be going live anymore, right? No lives. But as long as I could get up early enough, I could get with y'all the live in the morning like I'm doing now and then have that 8 hour stretch or however many hours where I can't really do nothing as far as the lives, right? But I can always put out content regardless. One thing about me as a content creator, especially when it pertains to boxing, I have endless content, whether it is photos, whether it is videos, because unlike most content creators that talk boxing every single day, I actually have boxing original content, gym, sparring, photos, interviews, coverage, things like that. But hey, what do I know, right? What do I know? You know what? It is 7 o'clock, right? I am about to shut this live down. I want to watch Power. You know, I did not watch it yesterday. I did not watch it Friday. Right? Remember, we got off Friday. After a long, what's the name? I came home. I was thinking about watching it, right? But I knew I was a little off as far as tired, and I wanted to get my show ready for yesterday. And that's what I focused on that a little bit, and I didn't get a chance to watch it, so I'm gonna watch it now. I heard it was very, very good. I might come back on and do a power breakdown video as well after watching it. You know, just put out different content. But as I watch it, I will be dropping. I will be dropping some more content because I do have a couple of shout out to CEO Nasai and Coach Reen. Coach Reem visual videos that I need to upload and drop. But hopefully you caught and enjoyed this source. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Even if you don't, it's all good, right? Because as you can see, builders still build. The News by Shanewz.
Yo, this is the real Mr. ESPN right here. You know the vibes. Yes.
Pick up your phone, bro.
Yes.
You're missing a few members, but you already know team stay strong.
Yeah.
Shout out my man Jackal.
Yes.
Big Apex in New York. My son right here.
Yes,
Jackal,
yes.
Get
Screw
into
you,
it,
screw
Jack.
you, screw you, screw you. Yo, victory. It's a celebration,
Yeah.
bitches. You know the vibes. Yeah. Yo, we in Vegas.
You know the fucking
Vegas. Yeah. Uncle Jay, cousin Mike.
Uncle Jay, cousin Mike.
You know the
Shout
vibes.
out ESPN, shout out Top Rank, shout out Alvina.
That's
shout
right.
out all my supporters, everybody, man. I love all y'all, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screw you. Yeah. Look at the team. The team.
You keep talking, man, and you shut the fuck up.
I ain't never had more people hate on me. I didn't even know they knew who I was. I didn't know you cared. You know how many people are lurking in your life, looking at every Facebook post, everything you do, but they won't comment and they won't press the like button, but they steady scrolling, just a bunch of scrollers. They so worried about what you're doing, and it's because they can't stop what God wants to do in your life. So since you're watching, watch this. Watch me praise him. Watch me elevate. Watch me go higher. Watch me get free. Watch me get healed. Watch me stay blessed. Watch me drive what I want to drive.
Hey guys, this is Teo Does. I'm a Top Rank Knockout, and I want to give a shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.